So we're going to listen to a person who is from Singapore, World Scientific Publishing Company, Imperial College alumni of the Association of Singapore. That was a long name, but that is the university, and the name we're going to listen to is Tan Yee Lin. Give her a warm applause. Thank you so much, and you can stand over here, yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you all today. I'm Yee Lin, and I'm from Singapore. I'm 18 this year, and I've been doing research ever since I was 14 years old, working on areas such as biodegradable plastics, dye-removing hydrogels, and most recently, antimicrobial surfaces. So I come from a country on the equator called Singapore, where it's hot all year round. So I got really shocked when I came to Sweden because the temperature gets sub-zero, and in Singapore it's always above 24 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so apologies if my voice sounds a bit hoarse or I start coughing in the middle of the presentation. So in Singapore, because the weather is so hot, we have an abundance of tropical trees, animals, insects, and flowers. So being surrounded by nature from a very young age, I have always been mesmerized by how Mother Nature manages to come up with so many creative solutions to the problems that we face. And a year ago, I came across the discovery that the wings of the clanger cicada actually possess antimicrobial properties. So what amazed me the most about this discovery was how the wings actually managed to kill bacteria. It turns out that, as you can see in this scanning electron micrograph over here, the wings actually contain small nanostructures which resemble tiny needles. So a scanning electron micrograph is basically like a powerful microscope that you can use to see very small nanostructures down to a very small scale. So after the bacteria comes into contact with the surface of the nanostructures, membrane breakage is induced, leading to the death of the bacteria. And this is how the cicada manages to kill bacteria present on its wings. One of the key advantages of using this method is that it doesn't induce additional resistance formation because it doesn't involve interfering with the biochemical pathways of the bacteria. So why is this finding so revolutionary? Studies have shown that 80% of common infections worldwide are actually caused by the transmission of bacteria from frequently touched exteriors, such as hand railings, elevator lift buttons, and door handles that we come into contact with every day. So just a show of hands, how many of you take public transport on a regular basis? I see quite a lot of hands coming up. Yep, I too take public transport to school every day. So if you take public transport often, you know that a lot of people come into contact with the same hand railings, and there ends up being a lot of bacteria present on the surface, and this gets transmitted when you touch it. However, the overuse of conventional biochemical means of killing bacteria are actually promoting the spread of antimicrobial resistance at a rapid pace. So wouldn't it be great if we had an alternative antibacterial surface that would not only not induce additional resistance formation, it is also of low cost and is simple to produce? That is why in my research, I set out to create a low-cost, simple-to-produce antibacterial surface that would not induce additional resistance formation. And I discovered that simply by using zinc and water in a one-step process called wet oxidation, you could actually create small nanostructures present on the zinc surface that resemble tiny needles that look similar to the cicada wing that you saw earlier. So after E. coli bacteria was incubated on the glass control and the zinc surface for 24 hours, while the E. coli bacteria remained intact with the bacterial membrane still being rounded. On the zinc oxide surface, however, you can see evidently that the E. coli bacteria's membrane had been damaged. So this is evidence to show that the surface does indeed use a physical means of killing bacteria. To further quantify the bactericidal studies of the surface, which means how well the surface actually manages to kill bacteria, I used the Japanese industrial method, which is a standardized test to test the bactericidal efficiency of surfaces. And you can see the smudges and dots on the agar plates over here are actually live S. aureus and E. coli bacteria colonies. So how many of you have actually heard of S. aureus or E. coli? I see quite a few hands. So they are actually very common bacteria that we see on the news often because they can lead to fevers, food poisoning, and even infections. And you actually might have a few on your skin and your mobile phones right now, but no need to panic. As long as you don't ingest them, you should be fine. So after 2 hours of incubation with E. coli bacteria and 6 hours of incubation with S. aureus bacteria, the zinc oxide surface actually managed to completely kill all the E. coli and S. aureus bacteria. So what's so fascinating about this discovery is that this is actually a 4-hour reduction in time taken to kill the E. coli bacteria compared to the commercial CBD surface. So this highlights the superior bactericidal performance of my surface. In conclusion, not only does my surface not induce additional resistance formation, it is also of low cost, simple to produce, and has superior bactericidal performance compared to commercial surfaces. This highlights applications to be used on frequently touched exteriors, medical implants, and even for water disinfection. So imagine a future where we could go on public transportation or go to the toilet holding the hand railing and not having to worry about so many germs being on the surface and being able to hold them, being reassured that it is free of bacteria. Now, before I end off, I would like to just encourage all of you to continue to pursue research. Even though we are young and may have simple ideas, but sometimes simple ideas don't mean simple thinking. And even a simple idea, such as using zinc and water, can go on to have a huge impact. Thank you.
Wow. High five. I can take this here as well, yeah. Thank you so much. We can go up a little bit here. One more applause. You're here in Sweden now. We need to... Feel it. Yeah, inspiring, Yee Lin.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I feel that you can always listen to the audience applause, like they are supporting you, and probably we want you to stay here as well. We want all of you young, lovely scientists. But I believe you're going back to Singapore soon again.
Right.
And but you are the person to call if it becomes too much bacteria in Sweden Zoo. We will call you directly, right? Or
I would not claim that, but
No?
it is possible that the material could become widespread in the future.
I see. Yeah. We will have and save your number and contact details if it happens here in Sweden. We give you once again a big warm applause. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.